The contributions of the immigrants, particularly who come here for college education and so on, there's enough statistics to show that they have a bigger impact than most other people. They create more jobs than the number of jobs they take.
From 1995 to 2005, a quarter of all the startups in America had been founded by immigrants. And in Silicon Valley, the number increased from 25% to 52%. 52% of Silicon Valley startups are founded by immigrants.
So innovation was a hobby of mine from a very young age. So I came here, I had a small piece of paper in my wallet with 64 ideas, just ideas, in tiny Hebrew letters in my wallet. And it wasn't until 2000 actually, when I met with Polio. He introduced me to lecturers from Stanford that were looking for ideas, and we started NeoGuide Systems, which was my first company. And from there, just, company after company. So I came to the United States as a J1 visitor, student. Stanford wanted me to stay as a fellow at the biodesign program. So they applied for me for an O visa, which I got. But the O visa had a problem where I could renew it for life. I had to renew it every year or 3 years. My wife could not work. And my kids, when they get to a certain age, had to go back to Israel too. So I said, I will leave. It's not worth for me. So then it was a big struggle with the immigration authorities here. Ended up with the HHS finally deciding they want to sponsor me to stay here, which then was transferred to the State Department that approved the decision of the HHS, which was then transferred to the Homeland Security that approved it, and then I got my green card. It was a big headache, and it was very close for me to just say, it's not worth it, I'm going back, and that's it.
Right now, Silicon Valley is still, the best innovations, the newest, technologies are still here. So if I do want to start a company, most likely it'll be here again. But obviously, I think the visa or the immigration issues, is a concern. Especially closer towards the end of next year when, it's, coming to that expiration date. Like, where should I go? That's definitely one of the deciding factors, I would say. Because if I, by that time, if I couldn't get myself excited about the next idea I want to build, then, the visa would basically force me to consider China.
It's not that it's unfair, but it would definitely be better for the U.S. economy.
For the U.S. economy, I think,
if they bring this top talent, because there's so many really, really bright people who we know who graduated with PhDs and masters from Stanford, and they just go back to Europe because it's so hard here.
We're exporting our prosperity. I mean, our leaders talk about exporting the American way, exporting capitalism, American values and democracy and so on. And guess what? We're doing that very, very well right now. And the result is that their economies are booming.
And it kills me to see, some very talented graduate students at Stanford and at Cal and other places that, would love to stay here in the U.S. But for whatever reason, they're not having those opportunities to be able to pursue those businesses.
So U.S. almost has to go way out of their way to make sure that they harness this talent that they're getting. U.S. is the best place where people are coming in. U.S. needs to make sure that they actually leverage the talent as opposed to letting them go.